Previously on Live to Give Fans vs. Favorites vs. Famous. Before the official merge, some of the top 12 reflected on their charities and journeys thus far, while Cam successfully went on a hunt for the hidden immunity idol. When the players arrived for their first individual immunity challenge of the merge, it was Lance and Serena that prevailed in a grueling physical battle. When players arrived back at camp, the chaos began immediately. Detective James found his second immunity idol of the season within minutes of arriving to camp. The strong alliance of 6 originally planned on splitting the vote, but Lance and Serena felt as if they were at the bottom of the totem pole. At the first tribal council of the merge, everyone felt uneasy. With so many names being thrown out at camp, no one knew what to expect. In the end, the free agents began their uprising as Lance, Serena, Derek, Angie, Elizabeth, Jack, and Ryan teamed up to vote out Cam with his idol in his pocket. After one of the biggest blindsides of the season, immunity proved to be more important than ever. Players paired up and held tight to one another in an attempt to win immunity. Lance was left without a partner but found a secret advantage at the challenge that gave him secret information about the next tribal council. In the end, it was Elizabeth and James that walked away with individual immunity for their round. Back at camp, it was part 2 for the round of chaos. As Lance read his clue, he was unable to decipher the code to his advantage as he entered tribal council. Meanwhile, pre-existing relationships came under fire as James and Bergen were questioned for their relationship, and Lance and Serena were questioned for theirs. At tribal council, these relationships became the hot topic of conversation. However, it wasn't just these 4 that felt the heat, because when the players arrived at the voting podium, they realized this was a double trouble tribal council, and that 2 people with the most votes would be going home. At the end of tribal, it was Bergen and Elder that had their torches snuffed and left the game. Our players are one step closer to the final tribal council. Which contestants will have what it takes to make it to the finale? 9 are left. Who will be voted out tonight?
Thank you guys for saving me if my name was thrown out there.
I just voted.
Of course.
And didn't open a box and voted for it.
Me too.
I did too.
I did that too.
I'm too scared.
How many votes did you get? 6?
I get someone else though.
He had 6.
7.
There was 13 total, and then
What about the others?
Elder got.
My guess is there's probably like an advantage where you get an extra vote, but it can't be for the same person. I'm guessing.
I won't lie. I put all 3 of mine on Elder.
Good
Oh, you had 3.
Wow.
You put all of them on who?
On Elder.
So one of the advantages is 2 extra votes.
Before Tribal Council even started, I mean, numerous names again were being thrown around, and I was trying to push for Elder, but because nobody else was on board with that, I felt like I had no other choice but to throw other names out there. So then I turned to Serena and Lance, primarily because ever since I've been on a tribe with Elder, Elder's come to me and has fed into my brain that everyone's worried about me. It's not fair to just single me out and my past relationships when everybody here has relationships. It wasn't like I was trying to throw anyone under the bus. It was just trying to show that I'm not the only one. So I feel like I need to talk to Serena and Lance because I get why they're frustrated, but like there was no ill intent behind it. So for me, it was just like, point being, and I think he was more articulate, it's not fair to bring up past stuff when this is like a new game.
Yeah.
So I apologize if it came off like I was throwing y'all under the bus.
I don't need an apology. I don't feel bad about the situation. I completely understand. I mean, from my point of view, yeah, of course people are gonna remember that we're friends. Like, they're gonna remember that you and Carter went to the finals together. I don't think I've been bringing you guys up as like a pairs as far as Bergen or definitely not Cam. I wanted Lance to get voted out way before we ever swapped onto the same tribe, just to avoid this situation and I can just play my own game. But at this point, yeah, we are friends. Like, what am I gonna do? Just ignore him or like vote him out? Like, I guess I could if I thought he was a big enough threat, but also like I want to have a great time with my friend playing Survivor. So, you know, there's a double-edged sword there.
Yeah, we can definitely talk after
Definitely.
the challenge.
No worries.
I want you to know, like, I adore you. And in our pre-interview, I was like, I want to be on a team with Serena at some point just because she's a joy to be around. And, like,
I think I'm playing, compared to last season, I am having a great time. I mean, I'm at Final 9. That's crazy. Like, I shouldn't even probably be here. I should have been voted out a long time ago just for being a person that made it to the final in my last game. So, I mean, that should be actually the biggest target on my back, not Lance.
There's no reason to go after James, right?
I mean, we had us three, Angie and Elizabeth. We can do kind of whatever we want to do.
As long as we stay strong.
Yeah.
I'm down. Right now, my tightest alliance is still Elizabeth and Angie, and I plan on continuing that alliance moving forward. In fact, I would love to go to the final 3 with them, to be completely honest with you. It's not even just like an alliance thing, it's almost like I can see myself being friends with them outside of this game.
I've told people, I'm like, I never say anything when I vote.
Yeah.
So I'm like, is literally everyone just having a whole ass confession?
Like a paragraph line.
Yeah, I was like, damn. Honestly, I had no idea what was going to go on in that tribal. I like saw some people, you always get panicked no matter what, there's always paranoia, but part of me was like, Derek kind of like was talking to Carter and like looked over like at my direction, like did one of those things, so I was like, oh god, it's me. So I just panicked, and that's why I took the go for broke and like tried to do that, but I ended up getting a disadvantage and having to vote for myself. So now there's just a random vote for Angie in there, and how I'm gonna explain that, I don't know. You know, I'm only here once, only one person wins, like, let's do this. And then I gotta vote for myself. Listen, guys, and I don't say this to anybody. I wanted Lance to get voted out before we ever swapped onto the same tribe, so that this would never be an issue. But for me, it's like, I know you, I know you, I know you, I don't know you, but like, I know half the people that were here in the beginning.
Totally.
And I came in here to like make new relationships, meet new people, and just like hang out with old friends at the same time.
For sure. Yeah.
So like I totally get it that, you know, everybody knows like backstories and stuff. So I get it at the end of the day, but I came to play for right now, and that's what I'm. Yeah.
I feel similar with James. It's kind of like, and then I think what's interesting too is it's like if you get grouped together so much, then you're just like, well, we have to work together now.
Exactly.
Everyone thinks we're gonna work together anyways, so if we don't, then like we're just being stupid. Like, why work against each other? Everyone thinks we're gonna work together anyways. So
I'm just gonna see what Elizabeth and Derek want to do, and I do still kind of think that James, I do feel still kind of good about him, but Carter just made a comment. They were talking about, Serena was like, I don't want to work with Lance, like whatever, and then Carter was like, yeah, it's hard when like you come in, like I've been in a group with James, and it's like at some points it's like people are already going to assume you're working together, so you might as well work together. So that was like, James has never told me that he's working with Carter, and Carter just basically said that he was. So that made me like, oof.
Do you think the one vote for you was wrong?
I'm gonna be honest, I was just like, you know what, it, and I did it. I had to vote for myself. That's what I was for. Yeah. Otherwise, I was literally just gonna do Bergen and Elder. Like that was my plan.
Well, then that
I don't.
adds up.
This is just like, this game is so draining. Like, I don't honestly, like sitting here thinking about it. Who signs up for this? Like, why did I agree to do this? Like, you're literally strategizing against people, like talking behind their backs, and like you're doing it right in front of them. So it's like, who thought of this? Who does this? But I'm also like, I signed up for it. I'm here for my charity, but it's like there is something kind of addicting to it. But it's just like, it's just draining. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I just want a nap, and like I just want a nap and some waffles. Honestly, that's all I need right now.
But we're down to 9. Do you think we're gonna be down to 7 by the end of the night?
people are saying 6.
Because we do have to finish at 3.
We're in it for the long haul.
Yeah.
This game is emotionally, physically, I got the bruises to prove it, exhausting. It's so hard to gain trust in this game with people. and I'm not even someone who show my emotions a lot. But for me, I value the relationships I make out here, and it's just hard sometimes whenever people don't take the time to like fully get to know you. They just go perceived on like preconceived notions, and that's what I've been struggling with the most in this game, is like trying to find the balance of like who's really trying to make that connection with me and who's not. I didn't know this game was gonna be so emotional for me. Like, and I'm not really the biggest emotional guy.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Somehow it just gets you sometimes.
Yeah.
It's hard. Does anybody want a hug? Like, I feel like.
honestly, Angie, I could literally use one.
I could use one too.
A nice tight one.
Yeah.
Nice group hug.
Can we?
I only hug your friends.
Jack was like, only hugging. A group
We're
hug.
just so gross and sweaty.
I feel good right now, just in general. Like, I really just wanted this time. I did not care, honestly, what like placement I got. I just really wanted to redeem myself and not feel as crappy as I did last time I played. Like, I just really wanted to feel like I actually like had people and like made moves, and I feel like I've done that so far. So even if I'm the 9th person voted off, I'm okay with how I played.
You feel right after everything?
Yeah, I feel bad. I'm gonna be upfront. I voted for you. I told Bergen I wasn't going to. So.
No, you're fine.
And I didn't take the
You're
advantage.
good.
I just wrote your name down.
You're good.
I'm like, I'm throwing this, so I'm not gonna take the advantage.
Yep. I didn't know. I voted for Bergen. I was like, and I feel bad. I didn't want to like have to vote for Bergen, but I'm like, I don't know who else to vote for.
Yeah.
You can't see on the thing, but I have my mom's pictures up as you walk in. So this is the first tribal I got a little emotional, and nothing triggered it, and it wasn't the threat of being voted out or anything. It just was, I don't know. But I'm having a good time, and it's good to get away from everything, but definitely you can never really get away from it. It's always right there. So we'll see how the next day goes, but I probably got some work to do here, but no, it's been good. It's been a great experience.
Final 9, welcome to your next immunity. Oh, Serena. You good, Serena?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, welcome to your next immunity challenge. First things first, James, Elizabeth, can I take back the immunity necklace? You were gonna almost do it yourself. It made me do it. You were fine. All right, thanks. Oh, sorry. Thank you, James. Elizabeth, thank you. Oh, I just pulled your hair. I'm so sorry. All right. Immunity is back up for grabs, and we will be going to 3 tribes. I will go through how this works. As you can see, we are in 3 tribes of 3 for this round. How this round will work is 1 tribe will win immunity. However, all 9 players will be attending tribal council together. All 9 players will all get a vote, and they can vote for anyone on either of the 2 losing tribes. The person with the most votes on both of the losing tribes will be going home. So I'm gonna get you guys new buffs, new bandanas. James, Derek, Jack, Lance, Angie, Elizabeth, Serena, Ryan, give Carter his color. There you go. All right, when I say reveal, you guys will open them. 3, 2, 1, reveal. All right, are you guys ready to get to the immunity challenge? Yeah. No, okay. This challenge is called Telephone a Friend. Each tribe will be responsible for memorizing a sequence of tiles and playing a game of telephone with one another to relay the order of those tiles with the set on the other side of the course. The first tribe to lay out all of their tiles in the correct order will win immunity. 3, 2, 1, go! lot of different strategies here. Ryan and Serena looking.
Check. 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 We need to go one by one. Should we? I mean, at this point. Otherwise, I'm getting dives that he's throwing. Where's Leslie? Do you think he is? I don't know. Check. Check.
Ryan's got to figure out what went wrong. Serena flipping pieces over.
Check.
Serena, Elizabeth, and Jack win immunity.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go, guys.
The colors.
The colors?
One off. All right, Jack, Serena, Elizabeth, congratulations. You three are safe at the vote. Come get your immunity necklaces. 7 feet tall, Jack, congrats. Congratulations. There you go. All right, for the rest of you, you guys are not safe at the vote tonight, so just a reminder of how this will work. Serena, Jack, and Elizabeth, you are all safe. James, Ryan, Derek, Angie, Carter, and Lance, how this will work. You three and you three and you three will all get votes, 1 vote each. You can throw the votes anywhere, it doesn't matter where it goes, except it cannot go on Serena, Jack, or Elizabeth. The people on your tribe that get the highest votes at tribal will be sent home. Do we have any questions? All right, okay, grab your stuff, head back to camp.
That was like the worst loss ever. When Brandon first said it's going to be 3 versus 3 versus 3, I was like, whoa. And he said like 2 people are going home. I thought one tribe was gonna win and the other 2 would each vote someone off separately and only 3 people would go to tribal. But then he hits us with the fact that everyone is voting and one tribe is fully immune. 1 person from each tribe is going home. Like, we're going to different beaches and it's just 3 voters.
Yeah.
Having immunity, I think this is one of the most important tribals to have it just because of it's the biggest twist we've had so far. I mean, 2 people going home, on each of the other tribes, and you can vote for either tribe. I mean, it's a lot of scrambling, I feel like.
I think the people who I'm aligned with right now that are still in, we're in a bad situation. We were kind of the underdogs. We didn't really have anybody, and we just slowly started kicking out everybody one by one. I think the merge makes everything different because you start doubting everything. Like the tribe, I feel like it's smaller groups, so it's less numbers to control. Here, there were so many people, so it was so hard to control those numbers and know that they were actually going to go to the right place.
It's just like,
Just to see what
I don't want to be a stir this round.
Yeah.
If you guys want to stir, feel free.
I don't want to. No.
I'm like, I'm not gonna throw out no names, but that's gonna cause them to go crazy. One, it's gonna help us later.
Yeah.
Two, we'll know where the votes are at. It feels great to have immunity. I had so many scenarios running through my brain about final 9, final 8, and then to win an immunity, obviously still thinking of new scenarios, but 2 people going out, not gonna be me. And with this setup, I have a pretty big sway in how it's gonna go down. Obviously, we should talk to everybody because we can figure it out.
Oh yeah, do we go over separately to the groups and then get together every so
Whatever
often?
people
Yeah,
want
I
to
mean,
do.
it'll probably just be like it always is, and then we'll try to peel up towards the end.
100%. Kind of inherently, the people are gonna mostly vote within their own tribes, and that allows myself, Elizabeth, Serena to have a bit of a swing here. So I'm very excited. I've got some good things in the works. So we're definitely making big moves.
Like the way it's situating is like people want to vote Lance out.
I finally pulled Carter aside to talk on one-on-one. We haven't talked in a few rounds. I pulled him aside and I said, look, I feel like you and I have always been looking out for each other. We have just been playing on opposite sides of this game. And it's fine. We've made it this far without having to really play the game together. But we're still looking out for each other. I mean, I think that says a lot. I obviously want Carter to move forward with me because I feel like we're kind of silently protecting each other.
It's inevitable.
And like,
Ryan and Derek, all they have to do is vote for me, and I'm not voting for either of you.
I want to be honest with you. Because I think I have to vote for you just to save myself.
No, and that's what I'm saying. I get it, because if no one votes on our tribe, we're all going to be tied.
I feel horrible.
I have to play my idol. Especially when Ryan told me he was going to vote for me. If Derek and I are voting on the other tribe and Ryan's the one vote for me, he's sending me home. Wait, like my number one ally in this game is going to vote for me. But no, I think it makes sense for you and Derek to vote for me.
yeah, you're good. You're good.
Wanted to let you know at least.
Yeah.
James, I've always said all along, is a huge threat, and I don't want to take him to the end because he'll win. And he's I wanted to use him as my meat shield, and I think this is where I gotta let go of my meat shield.
I have the merge idol. Really? You're the only person I'm telling this to. But the way to play it is they think you might have it. And I keep telling Ryan, yeah, Carter, on my season, we were working together the whole time. Never told me he had the idol. So I went up to Carter when we got back to camp and I told him, hey, I have the hidden immunity idol. We just need to play it off like you have it, and then we vote for Lance. Because ideally, it would be great if Carter and I can make it through this round, because if we do, then hopefully Carter, Jack, and I can team up. There's probably going to be a revote on between Ryan and Derek, which sucks. I mean, I hate that, but I'd rather not vote for them initially and then have to vote.
Votes, if they're going the way they should go, are going to go 5 on Lance, 2 on me, and then James will get a couple votes. I'll throw the factoid out there that James will play his idol, so he'll be safe. And then there should be probably a revote for either Ryan or Derek. One of those two will go home. So again, if we had time right now, I think I could work with Lance. I could go to James, potentially get James to play his idol on me and flip the vote on Derek or Ryan to do that.
Are you gonna put your vote on James or Carter?
Just because I've already voted for him once. But I mean, if we talk to the others and they want to do something else, like I mean, not that.
Yeah, no, I know what you
I
mean.
mean,
Yeah. So I've had a bit of an alliance going with Derek, Ryan, Elizabeth, Angie, and myself. Obviously, there's the 5 of us, and then we've identified 2 duos. There's James and Carter and Serena and Lance. Whether they're really duos or not, who cares, as long as people believe that they are. So this kind of is an opportunity to beat up, to like take those duos out of the game.
You, me, Angie, you, vote for Lance. Then me, you, and James.
Yeah.
Or unless you have a preference on the chart. Do you have out of James, Ryan, Derek?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm so confused.
It's super confusing.
I still feel like I am aligned with Derek and Angie, you know, before everyone else. I do feel better about Jack right now. I feel like we've had some good conversations.
And then us three, well, you can do whatever you want. Yeah. Okay, us three, Angie, and James are voting for Lance. Okay. At first I went to, because I was talking to Elizabeth, I went to Elizabeth, I said, here's an idea I have. If you don't like it, I'll completely drop it. I will vote Lance out. It's totally fine, which I truly meant. Because the one concern I have is that I'm probably going to end up being the biggest target.
I have no plan that I'm pushing. I'm trying to hear what people want to say.
As long as it's Lance or Carter.
Oh yeah.
And then I want to make sure James goes. It seemed pretty well set that me and Derek were going to vote James. And then all the other votes were going to go between Carter and Lance.
You want to talk, Angie?
Yeah.
What do you, like, truly, would you rather try to, like, self-preserve, or would you rather try to...
Yes, I want to go forward. Yes, I want to be like final 3 and like #1. But like as far as my personal goal, like not game goal, it was just to like have a good, fun experience, because last time it was like not... like it was not fun for me. Like I feel like I just sound over dramatic when I say that, but just like I was 17 and it was like I was just too young to be doing that kind of stuff. I was insecure. Even now I still get insecure. I didn't even realize it was there until I started getting ready for this season. So I just really wanted to have a good time and like have, because Live to Give is such a good event. Like this is such an amazing, like what it does for charities is amazing. What it like awareness, it brings awareness for, like this year it brought awareness for 24 charities. It's an amazing event, and I didn't want to have a negative look in my eyes of the event. Like I wanted to like realize that it was a positive event, because it is amazing.
Well, I think if we leave it up to chance, I think Lance will go home. Why? Because I think that James, Derek, and Ryan will vote for Lance. I don't know that I would want to vote Angie out anyways. I think I would potentially just fall on the sword. So obviously me and Angie have the connection of sorry. Have the connection of our parents. And I just don't think it's right to try to muster up the vote or throw something together at the last minute to vote her out. I think it would hurt her a lot more than it would hurt me. Serena will vote for me, but I don't think you're gonna get 3 votes, and I don't think more than 3 people will vote for me. I've met people that I honestly like feel like I could be lifelong friends with. So, and another thing that I really wanted to accomplish was just like with my charity and everything, like trying to honor my dad. Some things I think I didn't really do, because I really wanted to, every single time I was like cold or tired or hungry, like just like think about him and like his experience and everybody's with cancer's experience and like what they go through and what their family goes through, and just like think could be so much worse. And there were times obviously that I did that, like especially during that dog food eating challenge. Like I was like, I need to, like, this is dog food. I'm literally chewing dog food. I could be laying in a hospital bed in my last moments of life. But there were other moments obviously where I was
not like in that mindset. Overall though, I really do think if he could see me, he would be proud. So I don't know, I think I've stayed strong. I've tried to.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I'm making some reservations this morning. The core 5 is myself, Jack, Ryan, Angie, and Elizabeth. And the other 4 are obviously our targets. Right now it seems as though James is going as well as Carter is going. With Carter targeting Lance, and I don't think James is even targeting me or Ryan, to be honest with you, unless he decides to throw a vote at Ryan, but everything is just kind of Lance versus Carter.
Lance, let's talk. No, tell me, for real. Let's talk about it. What do you... I know, but you seem like you're upset, so I don't want to...
I'm not upset.
I don't want to be like...
I'm just in the game. I'm not upset. I'm fine. I have stuck my neck out for people that don't really give a flying about me, and I mean that to a T. So Carter, I don't know like what type of people you used to working with in the game and what type of people you used to fooling, but it didn't click with me. So, you know, I used to immediately throw it to the side, and at that moment I knew I was voting Carter.
Yeah, at this point, no, I wouldn't.
Obviously, you mind me though. You're voting me. James is voting me, so that's already 2 on me. I'm voting the way I'm voting. Angie's gonna vote the way she's gonna vote. Her friends are gonna vote the way they're gonna vote, and the cookie's gonna crumble.
So I went over. Lance looked pretty upset. Was trying to figure out what was going on, what he was so upset about. Said he was fine. Clearly was upset about something and wouldn't tell me what it was. He said he wants to work with me and me or James, and those are the 2 people who won't work with him. Which I don't know why he thinks that. I've voted with him both times we've had the opportunity to vote together. I've enjoyed playing with you. I don't want to leave on bad terms. You should vote for me. You 100% should vote for me.
We're not gonna leave on bad terms. It's fine. Actually, put my vote on Carter. No ifs, ands, or buts. Angie's a very powerful player in this game, but I don't. In order for myself to survive, I see that's my only option.
I don't want to go to tribal and say, hey, we didn't talk about every option. But that's why at this point, I don't know how. I don't see it getting enough votes towards Angie to make
an idol. That's all I'm gonna say. An idol could literally do that, but you was so sad.
Do you have an idol? I don't, so I have no way of doing that.
I have an idol.
Okay.
So I found someone's old idol packet at camp. It obviously comes from the green camp, so I'm trying to think who was there. So it's probably like James or something, but it still had the note in there about the idol, and so I just added a little fear and inkling to a few people that have an idol. Don't have one. Wish I had one at this point, but at the end of the day, we'll either know in a little bit if I'm gonna be in the top 7 or if I'm gonna be 8th or 9th place.
I didn't want.
Okay,
I didn't want to go.
Look how what eventually came out. James feel defeated and don't even care about. He feel he's going home.
I got the votes to save myself, but Lance has an idol. So the way the twist worked out, it was me, Angie, or Lance. One of the 3 of us had to go home. Tried to talk to Lance, but I don't know if he thinks I did something or if somebody said I did something. The way the chips fell with this twist and the fact that Lance has an idol, not really sure what else I can do.
Okay, so you think if I say I have the idol, they're gonna vote for me?
I won't even say anything about the idol.
Just leave it as is.
Let them just perceive that.
Okay.
But I don't think we should talk again. But just know I'm voting Lance, and I'm gonna keep trying to
vote Lance.
And so I pulled Jack aside. I said, look, hypothetically, I'm probably leaving this tribal council. My time's run out. So if you want to move forward with Carter in this game, you and I need to vote together and vote Lance. And he totally he totally agreed with me and said that makes the most sense. So hopefully we're both going to be voting for Lance together. I think Carter understands that the only way he'll survive is to vote Lance. So it's really a crapshoot. It's either going to be Lance or Carter tonight.
Hey, go get it.
I mean, what else do I have to do?
James seems to know he's screwed. He was just running around looking for idols, respectably. It was more about, at this point, it's kind of a foregone conclusion. James goes home. There's no point voting Derek or Ryan to try to save him.
While everyone was off talking, I kind of snuck away to start looking for the idol just because I wanted people to think that I don't have it and that I'm trying to do everything I can to stay. And I also want to give the perception that, oh, I didn't find it, which means someone here has it, to further perpetuate that Carter has it, but he doesn't. So it's all just an act. I'm tired.
I mean, you promised him safety, but he's still voting you. That's a little...
I know. You're not wrong.
But I guess that puts me in a position.
I'll talk to Ryan again really quick. Hey, Ryan.
I've got a little trick up my sleeve here. So I have an extra vote. That's good until there's 7 players left in the game. So that means I have this vote and the next vote to use it. Vote 1 vote James, 1 vote Derek, and force a tie. Which would protect me if James finds the idol. But if I put 2 votes on James, then I'll be protected from any vote that got thrown over my way. I don't know what to do.
I'll now bring in the members of our jury. Andrea, Savannah, Daniel, Janaki, Elaine, Megan, Cam, and Bergen, along with Elder, voted out at the last tribal council. All right, so let's talk about last tribal. Lance, there was some stuff going on during the tribal that seemed to get really heated.
When we got back to camp, James immediately pulled me aside and we had clearing out of everything because, you know, we never want certain things to, you know, lead into other accusations and all of that. So, yeah, we're good.
And Serena, you're in a kind of a spot now. You have immunity. You can't be voted out. Have you had people approach you?
Yeah, I had people approach me. I approached my own people. I mean, we're so close to the end now. Just looking at, you know, what's your lineup? Who are you bringing with you to the end? And who can you beat? Who can't you beat? Who's gonna, you know, whoop your ass in the next immunity challenge?
James and Jack are whispering if anyone cares.
A lot going on back here.
Carter, so obviously you guys are probably talking about the vote. As someone who doesn't have safety, how do you go into tribal knowing that it's one of you, Angie, or Lance?
It's tough, especially when there's idols out and around. That could easily take a 3 down to 2. So it's tough to decide, like, do you want to vote within your own group or do you want to vote, you know, within another group and figure out knowing somebody from our 3 is going home and someone from that 3 is going home.
Ladies, you're not getting in on this talk. Okay.
So Ryan, as someone who's not being whispered to, what goes through your head when James is whispering to everybody? Serena starts whispering to Derek. Carter's kind of talking to Angie.
I've gotten a couple whispers.
Yeah, let's put this on the table, baby. Because Lance ain't getting no whispers. Yeah, because Lance would love to know what's on the table.
There's a lot happening.
What you mean get mad? You play your game. I'm not gonna get, like, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna get.
From the information I know is I'll probably be going home tonight. So
I was gonna say that's definitely not the case. It's definitely live.
well, I'm aware of an idol on our side of the 3, and knowing where I think the votes are gonna line up, that would leave me going home.
So based on what you're saying, Lance has the merge idol.
That's what I believe.
You have the idol.
No, he said someone in our 3. How you know he's not saying himself or Angie?
I don't have an idol. I don't know how to prove that.
I don't either.
Realistically, this is the round. If you have an idol and you're not safe, you're going to use it.
Exactly.
You have a 33% chance of going home.
There's no way to go around an idol right now. There's no way you can split votes effectively with the numbers we're at.
Because the original plan that Carter brought to me and Angie, says people want to be quiet, was that, oh, let the chips fall how they fall. Us three, let's vote someone on purple. And just let the chips fall how they fall. Knowing that James is Carter's friend, that he could easily vote me. Like, it's self-preservation for me at the end of the day.
So, I mean, I'm also in jeopardy of going. I don't have the idol.
I just find it very baffling that he's even worrying about what's going on over here. James is supposed to be voting me from his counterpart Carter telling me that. So, you know, he's on a tribe that's actually vulnerable. So
I look for the idol. I have nothing else to do but make it a live tribe. I'll make it interesting.
And that's fine. So Jack, when you see someone like that doing that, is there something in the back of your head that spins like, what's in it for them that they're talking to everyone like that?
If the perceived duo of James and Carter is real, then it makes sense for them to try to figure out a way for them to both potentially stay in. So if Carter's worried that he's going to get idled out by Lance, then it makes sense for James to take an interest in that, especially when James feels like he might get voted out by the other crew. So
James, this is just so complex from everywhere.
You might as well make it as confusing as possible and just see what sticks, and maybe your name won't be there.
And Derek, did you expect another round of this where 3 people are safe out of 9?
Absolutely not. This is like the most complex vote ever because you're trying to balance whether or not you want to value self-preservation over dictation. It's a very difficult decision.
And we will get to a vote.
Let's vote.
Lance, you're up.
Carter, I literally stuck my neck out on line for you many times in this game. And obviously you didn't reciprocate it.
I don't know why Carter thinks Lance has an idol because I told Carter I have the merge idol. I don't feel like Lance has it.
This vote is for James. It's been fun working with you. I hate to see you go. It's not my intent, but I was never gonna take you to the end anyways. But there's more. Just for a little extra padding, I've got an extra vote thanks to Unity Precision Manufacturing. I'm going to use this as well.
I'll go tally the votes. All right, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
Hey Brandon. I said I wasn't going to be here for a long time, but I am having a fun time, and I want to keep having fun. So, nothing against y'all, but like Angie said, this is the round to play it. And so I would like to play this hidden immunity.
Thanks, James. Alright, this is the Rogers Lions Club Hidden Immunity Idol. Any votes cast for James will not count. So, Purple Tribe, there are 3 votes in this urn between the 3 of you. I'll read the votes. First vote, James does not count. James does not count. Last vote. The Unity tool extra vote has been used on James does not count. So how this will work The 7 of you will be doing a revote for either Ryan or Derek. Lance, if you could come grab the urn.
I want to talk about it's between self-preservation and dictatorship. You couldn't be a dictator if you tried, y'all. I need to break up that trio of you, Angie, and Liz.
Game with Ryan since the very beginning, but he used his extra vote and his vote on me just now.
I'll go tally the votes. There are 7 votes in this urn for either Ryan or Derek. I will tally the votes. First vote, Ryan. Derek. Ryan. 2 votes Ryan, 1 vote Derek. Derek. We're tied. 2 votes Derek, 2 votes Ryan. Ryan. That's 3 votes Ryan, 2 votes Derek. The next person voted off of Lift to Give Fans versus Favorites versus Famous, and the 10th member of our jury, Ryan. Can you bring me your torch? Ryan? Travis spoken. Time for you to go.
Played for Minnesota Milk Bank for Babies because my mom and sister are nurses and they see the need for donor milk in hospitals all the time. I wanted to support my family and what they believe in.
Angie, Carter, or Lance, you will be joining Ryan on the jury. I will read the votes. First vote, Lance. Carter, that's 1 vote Lance, 1 vote Carter. Lance, that's 2 votes Lance. Carter, we're tied. 2 votes Lance, 2 votes Carter. Carter, that's 3 votes Carter, 2 votes Lance. The next person voted off of Lift to Give Fans versus Favorites versus Famous, and the 11th member of our jury, Carter. Carter. Travis spoken. Time for you to go.
So where I finished, I'm definitely happy with that. I know my mom would be super proud. It was just awesome to be able to play in her honor. I know I did her proud, and I know she would be super happy with how it went down. Obviously, would love to win, but with where I'm at, I'm definitely thankful for it.
Right, well, before you all head back to camp, I think it is about time for another challenge and tribal. Back to back. Alright, for this round, we will be competing in an individual immunity challenge, and there is no strategizing during this time. Afterwards, you will all have 5 minutes to answer more questions as a group or publicly discuss the vote. You are not allowed to wander and whisper at all during this round. Any questions? Okay. first things first, Serena, Elizabeth, and Jack. I will grab. Alright, this challenge is called Touchy Subjects, and each of you will be answering questions about your fellow Live to Give castmates. After all answers have been tallied, you will then need to answer what you think the majority of people answered for that question. If you get the question correct, you can eliminate another player's life in this game, and your life cannot be eliminated that round. The last person standing will win individual immunity. Any questions? Alright, so this challenge is for immunity and a 1 in 6 shot at $6 grand for your charity. You guys ready? Alright, first question. Let's make it hard right away. Who has a final 2 deal with everyone? Alright, when I say reveal, 3, 2, 1, reveal. Lance says Derek, Angie says Derek, Elizabeth says Jack, Jack says Lance, Serena says Derek, James says Jack, Derek says Jack. The correct answer is Jack and Derek.
So
yeah, you get 6 votes, so you're out of the challenge. Do you want to come rip your names off first?
yeah, can I do that myself?
Yeah.
No final 3.
Boom, boom, boom. Right. 1, 2. Sure, just dunk it. Good. Ready? 3. Jack, out of the challenge.
Sit where I was standing.
All right, we are down to 6. Next question. Let's see, what do I want to do? All right, let's do this. This is a fun one. Who is most likely to end up on the real show Survivor? All right, when I say reveal, 3, 2, 1, reveal. Lance says himself. Angie says James. Elizabeth says Serena. Serena says Lance. James says himself. Derek says James. The correct answer is Lance. Lance and Serena, you guys will both take a name off of the board. Do you want, Serena, you can go first. It's for your game. Serena grabs James's name. Lance? Anyone except Serena? Derek and James with 2, everyone else with 3. Next question. Besides yourself, who would you like to see get a clue to an idol in this game? Guessing like what you think the majority is, even if it's yourself, okay? All right, when I say reveal, 3, 2, 1, reveal. Lance says Angie, Angie says Derek, Elizabeth says Angie, Serena, Angie, James, Derek, Derek, Serena. The correct answer is Elizabeth, Angie, and Derek, which means everyone is right except Derek. Derek, come grab your own names and sorry. Two. And dunk it. 1. Derek, out of the challenge. All right. And then there were 5. Next question. Who here has the best luck? All right, when I say reveal, 3, 2, 1, reveal. Everyone says James except Elizabeth, who says herself. The correct answer is James. So Elizabeth, you are out of this challenge. Come grab your 3 names and throw them in the bucket. 1, 2, 3. Elizabeth, out of this challenge. All right, next question. Who thinks they are playing a great game but really isn't? All right, when I say reveal, 3, 2, 1, reveal. Everyone says Jack. The correct answer is Jack. Next question. None of you can hit each other that round, so.
Take that, guys.
All right, next question. Who is someone that you would like to keep in touch with after this weekend? All right, when I say reveal. Oh, sorry, James, I didn't see you rating. Good?
No, not me, not
Oh.
me, not me.
All right, when I say reveal. 3, 2, 1, reveal. Lance says Angie. Angie says Derek. Serena says herself. James says Serena. The correct answer is Angie. So Lance, you get a hit for this round. James takes his second hit. He has 1 life left. Next question. Who do you think is in the most danger this round if they don't win immunity? All right, when I say reveal, 3, 2, 1, reveal. Everyone says James. James is the correct answer. Moving on. Next question. Who here always needs to be the center of attention? All right, when I say reveal, 3, 2, 1, reveal. Lance says Jack. Angie and Serena say Lance. James says himself. The correct answer is Lance. Angie and Serena, you both will get a hit on the board. Angie, you want to go first? Angie takes one of Lance's. Serena? Serena takes James' last name tag. James, you're out of this challenge. All right, Angie and Serena have 3. Lance has 2. Next question. Who is the hero of this season? When I say reveal, 3, 2, 1, reveal. Lance and Angie say Elizabeth. Serena says Derek. The correct answer is Derek. Serena, you get a hit on the board. You can either take one of Angie's or one of Lance's. Lance gets his second name tag grabbed. Next question, update. Serena and Angie with 3, Lance with 1. Who here is the biggest flirt? All right, 3, 2, 1, reveal. Everyone says Jack. Jack is the correct answer.
Miss you, Macy.
All right, next question. Who here is the most emotional? All right, 3, 2, 1, reveal. Lance and Serena say Lance. Angie says herself. The correct answer is Lance. So, Lance and Serena, you pretty much have to take Angie's too. So, Serena, you want to come take one of Angie's? All right. Angie and Lance with 1, Serena with 3. Who do you think the viewer's favorite is? When I say reveal, 3, 2, 1, reveal. Lance says Serena. Angie and Serena say Derek. The correct answer is Derek, which means Lance, you're out of this challenge. You want to come throw your last name away, please? All right, Lance, out of this challenge. All right, Angie has 1 left. Serena has 3. Serena could win it here. Next question. Who here is the best looking? 3, 2, 1, reveal. Angie says Serena. Serena says Elizabeth. The correct answer is Angie and Serena, which means, Angie, you take one of Serena's down. Serena's down to 2. Angie with 1. Next question. Who is someone that you never expected to get along with, but you actually do? Who is someone that you never expected to get along with, but you actually do? All right, when I say reveal, 3, 2, 1, reveal. Angie says James. Serena says Jack. The correct answer is Jack, which means Serena. You have 1 immunity. Come put Angie's last name in the bucket and grab the necklace. All right. 3 times, all right. All right. Well, welcome to another tribal. Lance, kind of tell me about the last tribal and if it kind of went how you expected with the votes.
I survived it, so it definitely went a way that's good for me to fight another day.
And James, you obviously felt very unsafe. You played an idol, which saved you. Did you know those votes were coming to you, and when did you kind of know you needed to play that?
I did know the votes were going to come to me, but like Angie said last tribal, that was the time to play it. I would have been foolish not to, so.
And then this tribal too, or this last challenge, they voted you biggest threat to go next. Do you feel like you're the target right now?
100%. I mean, I said at the last tribal, I'm here to have a fun time. I knew it wouldn't be a long time, and it's been a wild ride.
So Serena, you're safe at this vote. This is your 3rd immunity win. What kind of happens at this vote? James says it's a simple vote, but I haven't seen simple this entire time.
Yeah, neither have I. I guess it could be, but we're not allowed to strategize, so, you know, people could, if everybody's tired, they could write down something wrong, I guess.
I mean, right now, either people are gonna go who they're comfortable with, or they're gonna do whatever they can for themselves. Especially, you know, not being able to strategize like normal. I think that definitely has a major role in how this tribal council will play out.
So Angie, this no talking thing is a way to see if we can switch things up again. You know, this game is constantly changing. Is there a way to actually publicly, verbally change a vote at this tribal, or someone to make a big move here?
Yeah, I think that somebody could definitely try to publicly change it. It would be a big move. You just had to plan it right.
Well, I mean, it's no secret I'm the obvious vote right now because I'm not safe. I played the idol, the merge idol. No one else here has it, so it's already dead. It's in play. All I will say is I'm not going to go out without a fight, obviously. And if I'm no longer an asset to your game, I respect it. But also know that if I'm in this game with you, you are not being looked at. When I work with you, I work with you. And as you saw, Cam, Carter, Bergen, everyone you thought I was working with is over there. I have nobody. So think about who people have. I have nobody. So voting me out is the obvious choice. But if you want to make a big move, then do it.
Make it on who?
Everyone knows where I'm going to vote. I voted the same the last 2 rounds. Nothing against Lance.
As Lance starts to giggle.
I'm voting Lance.
For me, I feel I showed and proved to people from the pre-jury portion, even in merge, setting the tone for, you know, a lot of game, and I feel that hopefully my actions showed and proved where I stand in this game, and I hope the loyalties stay where they stay.
All right, we'll get to a vote if no one has anything else they'd like to say. All right, Lance, you're up.
They're gonna make a move. They're gonna make a move now. I mean, James just don't realize that I wasn't even planning to vote him this tribal because Angie, Elizabeth, and Derek need to be broken up. But now I just have to reevaluate things and try to break up that trio.
The way we started might not have been what I wanted at the time, but I'm really glad I had the chance to work with you. I just can't beat you at the end.
I'll go tally the votes. All right, if anybody has a hidden immunity item and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
Hey, Brandon. I'm just kidding. I wanted to have a little bit more fun before my charges snap.
I'll read the votes. First vote. James. That's one vote, James. Lance. That's one vote, Lance. One vote, James. James. That's two votes, James. One vote, Lance. James. That's three votes, James. One vote, Lance. The next person to vote off of Lift to Give Fans versus Favorites versus Famous, and the 12th member of our jury, James. You bring me your torch. Finally. James. Sharp as spoken.
Thank
All right, time for you to go.
All I want to say is after a year of lockdown and social isolation, don't take this experience for granted. This human interaction has been so refreshing, and all of you have been a pleasure to play with, and I can't wait to see how the rest of this game plays out.
All right, we are down to the final 6 with $6 grand and only one of you taking it. Grab your stuff, head back to camp.